What is going on, you guys? It's your boy Rebirth, and it's that time of the year. It's that time we're getting a bunch of Bleach news, and I wanted to make a video talking about what we learned so far. We got news on the ending of Cour 3, which I'll talk about. We got news from Kubo about Cour 4, which I'm definitely going to talk about. So make sure you like, comment, subscribe so you don't miss any content. I'm not wasting any time. Let's jump into it, starting with the Cour 3 news. So, one of the prevalent questions that Bleach fans have had in reference to Cour 3 is trying to understand how many episodes of Cour 3 have been left. In the last two cours of Bleach, during Cours 1 and 2, we've gotten a recap episode, and the recap episodes are what allow us to have the double features at the final time slot of the cour. Well, if you're anything like me, this cour flew by incredibly quickly, and we are not going to get a flat-out recap episode like we did for the last two cours. The implications of this is twofold. Number one, we technically kind of got a recap episode in episode 27 with Yuha's battle against Ichibe Hyosube. Before the episode actually got to new content, we had to sit through rewatching Senjumaru use her Bankai, fight against the Royal Guard. We got to see Yuha try to fight Ichibe, lose, and then we got into the new content. And so in a way, we've kind of gotten a recap episode. We got that at the first episode of the season. And so now, this Saturday, we're going to get episode number 38, the friend episode. After that, there will be a finale, a double feature finale of episodes 39 and episode 40 to close out Cour 3 of Bleach. This would technically put Cour 3 at 14 episodes, and not the usual 13 episodes that we get. And so this begs the question, if the friend episode is the next episode we're getting, 38, and we have two more after that, what is in store for Bleach fans in the finale? Where are we going with this? And I think it's important for me to contextualize this by reminding you guys that one thing that Thousand Year Blood War seems to want to do every time they have a cour is they like to end with a bang, with an incredibly important thing happening, and they leave you with a cliffhanger. Now in Cour 1, that was the Blade is Me. We got the Blade is Me, Ichigo getting his duels on Pakuto, and Uryu defecting to go to the Quincy side. That was what they left you with. It was a cliffhanger. It's like, oh my goodness, where are we going to go from here? Now it gets a little tricky with Cour 2, because in Cour 2, we end once Ichibe has, quote, seemingly defeated Yhwach. But here's the thing. We know that in Cour 2, Pyrrha was having a lot of production issues. We know that. The contents of episode 27 were originally supposed to happen in episode 26 in Cour 2. Instead, they were pushed to Cour 3 because of production problems. And so thematically, if you actually think about what the supposed and proposed ending of Cour 2 was supposed to be Yhwach having defeated Ichibe Hyosube and walking up those Reishi stairs to stand in front of the Ryo. That was supposed to be the cliffhanger leading you from Cour 2 into Cour 3, but they couldn't do that due to production issues. And so keeping that in mind, the running theme that we have here is that each cour ends with a massive cliffhanger of vital importance. For that reason, I don't really want, or neither do I really believe, that Cour 3's ending is going to be Jugrim and Bazz-B. I don't think it's going to be Yoruichi and Askin. I don't think it's going to be Gerard Valkyrie and whoever. I think that the calling card of Cour 3 being the conflict, specifically the conflict between the Shinigami and the Quincy, but even more specifically, Ichigo versus Uryu's conflict. I think that what would make most sense to me, and this is not a leak, this is a prediction and a desire of mine, I think that the ending that would make most sense for Cour 3 thematically speaking would be one that ends with Ichigo versus Uryu 2. And so we get Bazz-B and Jugrim in this next episode. And then if there's anything left off after that in episode 39, we take care of it while setting up the other battles. Yoruichi and Askin, Gerard Valkyrie and everybody else. And then we end with Ichigo versus Uryu 2. However you want to end that, that's none of my business, but that feels like an apt finale for Bleach Thousand Year Blood War Cour 3. And so let me know what you think about that idea in the comment section down below. To switch gears a little bit, and I will talk about the Cour 4 news in a little bit, but just to go through chronologically here, I want to talk about some of the staff comments about the ending of Cour 3 and some of the information we've gotten about the Bleach staff in reference to the ending of this. First, I want to cast our eyes to Takashi Hashimoto. Now, Takashi Hashimoto is one of our core staff, and I want to share with you something that he said in reference to a big episode that's coming down the pipeline. So, reading what Takashi Hashimoto said, he said, I did quite a few, and I'm quoting, I did quite a few heavy action scenes, including 2 scenes. I just finished it, and for the first time in my life, I cried at work, lol. I felt relieved, and the tightness and intensity of it all, and the feeling that it was finally over, all came pouring out at once. Of course, for this episode, due to personal reasons, I also worked as the animation director for the action effects, which I really loved. I think it will air in about 3 weeks, so please be sure to check it out. This was like a week and a half ago or so he's probably talking about the finale right now. Or technically, I guess it could be this week's episode, but whatever. He then went on to say that, quote, the final episode was completed in the evening. Now, I just have to leave it to everyone else on set. It was the hardest thing I've ever done as an animator, but I worked really hard. I think I was able to grow through this production. Thank you so much. I'm really grateful, and I've handed the baton over to everyone else on set. So please look forward to the final episode this month. Viewers, please look forward to it. It's of such incredible quality that you rarely see on TV. This is what one of the Bleach Cour staff members is saying about this final home stretch. I predict he's probably talking about the actual finale episodes. Technically, it could be the one this week. I don't want to go on a limb and say that, but I think it's fair to say that you probably came to the same conclusion that I do, in that maybe he's overreaching, maybe he's being hyperbolic, maybe it's a little out there. Point is, there seems to be a massive amount of quality TV headed our way. For him, he's a veteran in the animation business. He's a veteran in the anime industry. And he says, please look forward to it. It's of such incredible quality that you rarely see on TV. I'd like to think he knows what he's talking about. Now, we're not only going to take his word for it and just like start, flying up into the air and ascending or whatever. We're going to control ourselves because we don't want to get too crazy with it. But I can't lie. A part of me is extremely excited about these final 3 episodes because they've been hyping up the Friend episode for a long time. Satoshi Sakai, another one of our core staff members, has been saying, look forward to next week, look forward to next week. And next episode is the one he's talking about. And then from there, we got these 2 finales. If the contents of the next episodes are indeed Jugo versus Baz B in the next episode, and then one of the episodes in the finale is Ichigo versus Uryu 2, then yes, these episodes are absolutely going to be massive, and I can't wait. I am extremely excited. If you think back to episode 33, the Gate of the Sun episode, where Renji fought against Uryu, the individual who storyboarded and directed that episode, Dolly Chen, he's one of our core staff members. I think he's the chief episode director specifically. He mentioned after that episode that he's got another one in the bank before the core is over. We got 3 left. And so to me, I'm thinking, are we about to get another Renji versus Uryu quality level episode in one of these 3? In addition to another core staff member talking about how the episode he worked on was the hardest he's ever worked on in his life, and that it's going to showcase a level of quality that isn't normally seen on Japanese TV. That's 2 different people. And then you have our 3rd main staff member in Satoshi Sakai hyping up another, like this is about to go crazy. Like, I really hope I'm not jumping the gun here, but this just might be the greatest 3 episode stretch in my Bleach fandom. And I am extremely excited to see what happens. If you enjoyed Baby Hold Your Hand 2, the Nemu scenes, the Mayuri flying around scenes, the effects in that episode, the guy behind that, Masaki Endo, he says he has another job in Bleach before the end of the core. So you're going to see him again. You're going to see Dolly Chen again. I would imagine that Taguchi himself is going to do more again. There's just 3 episodes to go, and yet we're hearing so many big boys talk about how they're not done with this core. This might be crazy. This might be gargantuan, and I'm excited for it. Hirayama, Yuki Sato. Like, is Hirayama gonna show up? Like, I don't know if he will. People say he won't. I don't know. But man, if there were ever a time for all hands to be on deck to deliver cinema after cinema after cinema, this is it. This is absolutely it. So let me know what you think about that in the comment section down below. So now that we've taken care of Core 3 matters, now we can talk about Core 4 matters. So there was a TikTok live stream this morning where the seiyus, the voice actors for Bleach, were present talking about a myriad of things, and Kubo made an appearance. And while he was there, he was asked about Core 4. Now, Kubo's sentiments essentially were that he can't say a lot, and the way that he phrased his speech patterns, when he said that he can't say a lot, if you've listened to most staff members or really anybody in entertainment talking about future projects, they often say, well, I can't say much. And usually it's because they can't reveal what's going to happen because, we don't know. But when you're dealing with like anime shows that are adapting manga that we've already read, it's not something that happens as often where you hear them say, oh, I can't say much. What do you mean you can't say much? We've read the manga. And that's when Kubo said this line, he actually added on that the fact that I can't tell you much says enough as is. And then he goes on to drop the bomb. He expects the viewers to be watching these episodes and realize that they have no idea what the contents of the story are for this episode. They were not in the original story. They were not in the original manga. And he didn't say episode. He said episodes. Episodes plural, episodes worth of brand new content that fans have no idea about. That is the pitch. Like, that is the great pitch of Cour 4. That is the selling point of Cour 4. Uncharted territory. It's not some little thing of, oh, let's add the first generation Royal Guard here. Oh, let's give a flashback to Shozuru Sasaki there. Oh, let's do this. No. Episodes. And you saw glimpses of that in Cour 3. Ichigo versus Uryu, brand new, full episode. Renji versus Uryu, brand new, full episode. And this is just a tease. In Cour 3, there were moments that definitely required that extra content. In fact, I don't believe that anybody actually expected Renji versus Uryu to get a full fight. Like, that was genuine fan service at its best. Like, they just gave that to us because they could. Cour 4 actually has necessities. Multiple episodes, multiple story beats that need extra content, that need the extra padding. Even that wouldn't quite be enough. Because when I listen to Kubo's words, and maybe I'm jumping the gun when I say this, when I listen to Kubo's words on this subject, if Ichigo versus Uryu had a scuffle in the manga, and the anime took that and made it a full episode fight, that's like extra addition, but it's not new. You know what I mean? I mean, it's new content, but we know that they fought. You just added to it, and you did a great job at it, of course, but you added to it. When I listen to what he's saying, I get the feeling that we're talking about like actual out of nowhere stuff, like Renji versus Uryu. There was no inclination in the manga that Renji and Uryu had a scuffle, none at all, and yet we got a full episode of it. That is the kind of thing I'm expecting. Ryuka Nishida and Isshin Kurosaki doing something on their own, brand new to the side. Who knows? Aizen Sosuke, you about to bust out a Bankai? I don't know. Right there. Like actual brand new out of nowhere stuff. I think the sky's the limit. The possibilities are endless. I'm extremely excited for this. So look forward to Cour 4. Cour 4 is going to prove to be an extremely pivotal season for the Bleach fandom. And if they can stick the landing for Cour 3, the excitement for Cour 4 is going to go through the roof. And Pierrot Films will then get what it is that they've been striving for. They want to make a name for themselves in the anime industry. They want to be a bastion of high quality so they can use that as collateral to get more people to come to them, to get more sponsors, to get more money, to get more agency. This is how you do it. You stick the landing for Cour 3 and you nail Cour 4 and you will get what you want. And Bleach, I firmly believe this. I don't have any scoops. I'm not an insider. This is just a fan's belief. I believe that Bleach doing the heavy lifting in trying to get Pierrot Films and Studio Pierrot overall back to a position of respect in the anime industry, I think that it will not go unrewarded. Aniplex and the production committees and the powers that be, I don't believe that Bleach will go unrewarded for what it's doing for Pierrot Films and Studio Pierrot overall. The most well-received product to come out of Studio Pierrot is Bleach 1000 Year Blood War. Within the last decade. Certainly, it's not Boruto. It's not Black Clover, no offense. It's not Tokyo Ghoul. Obviously, the original Naruto Shippuden are great series, and the original Bleach is too. Yu Yu Hakusho, those were a long time ago. In recent memory, the most well-received project from Studio Pierrot / Pierrot Films is Bleach 1000 Year Blood War. That will not go unnoticed. I firmly believe that. So, let me know what you think of this in the comment section down below. Let me know what you think of all the information I've given you. Let me know what you would prefer to be the finale of Cour 3 and what new things you want to see in Cour 4. I'll talk about it in the comment section down below, and I will talk with you guys in the next Rebirth video. This is your boy, Signing out until the next video. Peace out.